different stocks. I did a I do it all the time. Every now and then I would go to my calculator, and there's a calculator, guys, called the don'tquityourdayjob.com calculator. Every now and then, I'm not going to do it today. Every now and then I'll pull that calculator out and I will show you guys how, if you didn't do anything but just pay, well, 1,500 is a lot. I know a lot of you guys are paying that in rent. A lot of you guys are paying that in a car note. But what you guys don't know is that if you had put $1,500 into the S&P 500 for the last 16 years on the first of the month, and it didn't matter who was in office, what political party was in, it didn't matter what we were going through, whether it was a pandemic or whether it was Brexit or any of that. If you had just bought $1,500 worth of the S&P 500, which represents the 500 largest companies on the planet, and you did that for 16 years, the past 16 years, because this doesn't mean that it's going to happen the next 16 years. If you had done that in the last 16 years, and remember, guys, we went through a pandemic. What was 15 years ago? That took us all the way back to what, 2011? We had just come out of the 2008-2009 real estate crisis, right? And the market just started getting its footing. Obama was in office. And if you had just started investing 15 to 16 years ago, $1,500 a month, you would have $1 million sitting in your account right now. All right. I pull out the calculator all the time. So if you want to go and start training your brain so you can see how a little bit of money can go to a lot if you can just invest in yourself, the calculator is the don'tquityourdayjob.com. I'll put it in the comment section. It's the DQYDJ.com calculator. Visit it. Write it down. I keep telling everybody these numbers are real. And what I love about it is they have, if you go there, if you want to use indexes or ETFs, you got to go to the specific ETF calculator. Otherwise, I think if you go to that calculator, it's only going to have you're only going to be able to do stock. But I want you guys to play around with it, because if you had just put like $100 in something like Nvidia every month on the first and just sat back and did your thing, it would have had a significant amount of money in it over like a decade. Now, it's up to you guys to have the discipline to be able to pay yourself. And I always say this, if you love yourself, like I love myself, I always pay myself first before anybody gets any money, before any credit cards, before any bills, before any friends, before anything. Listen, anytime I get money, of course, you want to pay your taxes on it. If you are commission based, you want to set that aside somewhere. But even if you set that aside in your stock account, guys, like let's say I do real estate, like I just sold a house, right? So let's just do the numbers, right? I just sold a piece of real estate last week, right? The house sold for like 540 or 539. So if I was making a 3% commission on that, assuming that I'm getting the whole thing, which I'm not, I got to share it with my broker. Let's say I get a $15,000 check that comes to me, right? That $15,000 check, people always ask, like, how do you pay yourself when you're trading or when you're commission based, right? I always take 50% of that. I know you guys are like, that's a lot, because for one, I want 30%. 30% is what I'm probably going to have to pay in taxes. So I would take 50% of that, $7,500, and I would literally go throw it in a trading account. And maybe even out of that amount, I would take $5,000 and invest it in stock, right? Because more than likely by time you have to pay for taxes or this is that and the other, if you're buying things for yourself, if you got a real that $5,000, you'll be that $5,000, you'll be that $5,000, you'll be that $5,000. that $5,000. All right, so I would take 50% of that, put it towards myself, and then the other 50% I can do whatever the heck I want. And I always tell people, look, even if you took 10%, like let's say I get like I said, let's say I get a $1,500 check. 10% should always go towards yourself. I don't care what check you get. I don't care how you get paid. If you're salary based and you get $4,000 every 2 weeks, $400 needs to go into you, period. 10% goes to you and only you, not your spouse, not your friends, not your kids, not your roof, you. $400. All right. If you got a $4,000 check. So if I see a $15,000 check, $1,500 has to go towards me. All right. And then the other amount, I would put it into something, and I would just sit on it until it's tax time. And then whatever I have to pay in taxes, I'll have enough money there to play around with. And anything over that, guys, I can either reinvest that into myself, or, you can go on a small vacation. I don't know, do whatever you want with it. All right. You can be ignorant and conservative at the same time. Well, guys, I'm ignorant. I keep telling y'all that. I am ignorant. Like when people be talking about save all your money, I be like, what? For what? What am I going to say? I'm not going to have fun for 30 years because yes, you just got to save and then you'll be all right 30 years later. There's a way to do it. I want to have fun now and save. Like man, when y'all be arguing with me, it's always extreme with humans. Humans can never find a middle ground. You can have your cake and eat it too. I don't know what anybody else has told you, but you can. I'm going to have fun and be ignorant and get all the things I wanted in life, but I'm also going to pay myself. So, the S&P 500 represents the 500 largest companies in America. If you guys notice, look at that chart. You guys right now are looking at a chart that spans all the way back to 2016. And I do this every day. I want you guys to see what's happened while you've been listening to Michael Burry for 10 years. Because the world's coming to an end. This is what you missed out on listening to people that don't invest in the market. In 10 years, what does this chart look like it's doing, guys? It didn't care about Brexit that happened in 2016. It didn't care about the pandemic that happened in 2020. It didn't care about the tariffs that Trump put into place last year. And it sure enough didn't care about this Iran war. So what's gonna bring it down? You think now listen, because this is the arguments you silly people be making. It didn't care about Brexit. It didn't care about COVID. It didn't care about tariffs. It didn't care about Iran wars. Yeah, Joe, but the credit cards are at its highest. You really think the market cares about your credit cards? It didn't care about the pandemic. It didn't care about the Iran war. It didn't care about Brexit, but it cares about your credit cards? You see how dumb that sounds? This is what's keeping you guys out the market, because you go on a TikTok or a YouTube and you hear something like that, and then you're like, you know what? It does make sense. You know who makes money when you guys' credit cards go up? The banks. They make money, guys, when you guys are defaulting. I know you don't think they do. They do. They done made so much money off of you before you defaulted. It don't even matter if you default. You got a 43% freaking interest rate. You think they care if you default? 43. They done made their money after 3 months. It's been pure profit after that. Pure profit. The credit cards, they're at their highs. I keep telling y'all, if y'all been to a freaking Chris Brown Usher concert, y'all, that's what you're using your credit cards on. Have you ever been on a plane lately? You can't get on. You ever book a freaking vacation? Guys, people are still spending money. Y'all can cry all you want to about the administration that's in, and I'm crying too. I'm like, it's the worst. It's crazy. It's ridiculous. But what am I doing? Planning an African trip in December. Just mad because it costs double the price that it normally costs. God dang it. I gotta sell a house. I gotta sell 1 or 2 more houses. I had plans with that 15K. I wasn't gonna do nothing with that 15K, but go on some more exotic freaking golf courses. That's humans. We just mad because we can't spend more. I wanted to take 2 African trips. I guess I can't visit the pyramids. Thank you, Trump. This trip, you can only see the Sphinxes. You can see the Nile. Maybe ride a camel or 2. You got to sell 1 more house if you want to see the pyramids. Anybody looking for a house in Georgia? I got you. Hold on, let me block some more accounts. Y'all be tripping me out, boy. Y'all will listen to one negative thing and then that's it. I ain't never investing in the market. Who are you listening to? Look at the stock market. Look at the 500 largest companies, guys. Look at this chart. We just hit all-time highs today. And when you think about that psychologically, you guys got to think about that. The stock market just hit the highest price that it's ever been in history. Hold up, Joel, in history? Yeah, in history. Oh, it's definitely a bubble. And then when I pull up a chart and I show you guys that the market spends most of its time at all-time highs. In fact, guys, when the market is down 15 or 20%, that's rare. The market spends the majority of the time 5% away from its all-time highs. Did y'all know this? I don't think you guys knew this. The stock market spends the listen to what I'm saying, the majority of its time 5% away from its all-time highs. But yet, y'all scared. Ooh, ooh. Nvidia's gonna bust. Nobody's gonna search on Google it anymore. Netflix, that's it, guys. Netflix, nobody's streaming anymore. Amazon, they're not delivering any more packages. This data center thing, where are they gonna get the money? Why y'all so negative? Negative Nancy's. Negative Nancy's never make money in the market. They're so mad that it's the easy play. Because think about it, if the stock market spends the majority of its time at all-time highs, it's like, when do you get in? You have to get in, guys. Remember what I just told you? If you just said, forget it, I'm not listening to people anymore. I'm just going to buy the S&P 500 on the first of the month. I'm going to throw 1,500 in it, and then I'll just see what it's worth 10 years later. First of all, if you put 1,500 into the S&P, minimum, you're putting 15 to 18 grand a year. That means in 10 years, if you don't have at least $250,000, The market is actually like, I don't know. I've done the numbers. I've done 10-year spans like over the last, like, I took it. Like I went on that calculator and I did different 10-year spans at different times, even during the worst times. And it always averaged more than 10%, even though the S&P 500 has been averaging 10% a year for the last 100 years. It's not because of 1 year. There are going to be years where the market is down 20%. But you keep forgetting, if you're buying it on the first of the month for a whole year, you get to capitalize on 15 grand at the lowest point of the market before it turns around. Because there's no 10-year spans, guys, that I've seen in the market where the market didn't do anything. Now, you guys are just listening to me. I'm showing you 10 years right here. That's the last 10. The last 10 years, there are movements to the downside. You guys are looking at 10 years worth of information right now with your own eyes. We have to spend more time using our eyes and less time using our ears. Our ears be stopping us from doing a lot of stuff. Our eyes too. But sometimes you need to just, even when you see these people talking, if they ain't pulling up charts, guys, it don't matter what they're saying. I always tell people, look, if you're listening to a very, very negative podcast on the market or a stock, I want to see charts that support what they're talking about. Because if I don't see a chart supporting what they're saying, I don't care what they're saying. Every day, guys, in my inbox, I get some video about the world coming to an end. Every day. And I know you guys care about me, and I know you guys are like, Joel, I know you're the guru, and you've been so positive about the market, and you've helped so many people become millionaires, but one day it might come to an end. You got that one person that says, everything always comes to an end at some point. No empire has ever been on top forever. Do you think I care about forever? I just think about the next 10 to 15 years. Let me make as much money as I can. Let me go buy my little bunker so that when the world comes to an end, like y'all said, I can go stash it with millions of dollars worth of ramen noodles. But until then, I'm going to keep my foot on the gas until the market tells me no. Think about it, guys. What's the worst case scenario? The worst case scenario is that the market actually does break. So if the market breaks, who cares how much money you put into it? It don't matter. The market's broken. Your dollar is going to have more value. You're like, well, I don't want to lose it all. You're so worried about losing something, you can't make nothing. They don't nobody care about your little $5,000 or $10,000. That's what y'all say. Don't nobody care about your little 5 or 10 grand. Not that that's all you have. It's just a mindset. Like, y'all won't even start with 5 or 10. You so scared with 5 or 10 grand. Like, for real, let's be real, guys. If you had to pay something, if you lost $10,000, is it really gonna? $1,000, is it really gonna? Vacations. You telling me you don't want to invest in the market with 5 or 10 grand because you're afraid you're gonna lose it? Lose it. At least you tried. At least you can tell your kids and your spouse you tried. Y'all rather not try. with your little 5 grand. I can see if you sitting on 500. Joel, I really have to preserve this 500 because I have to live off of this. Y'all be talking about $500. Joel, I got all this money I came into. I do not want to make fun of y'all. This is just for jokes, all right? So we do a consultation. I'm like, yo, I want to see this money you got. Shoot. Look, what kind of money do we have? What yacht you about to get so I can educate you on the stock market? Yeah, Joel, I got this $3,500. If you don't put that mug in the S&P and NASDAQ and keep it moving, I got this check coming. It's $3,500, yo. You scared to get in the market with $3,500? Joel, everybody's not in the same place you're at. It's $3,500. We in America, Jack. You need to put that in something so it can turn into 35. What can you do in America with $3,500? Because y'all need people like me to look you in the face and be like, what are you talking about? You sound crazy. What you gonna do with $3,500? You ain't changing nobody's life. You need to invest it in something. I'm just gonna put it in a CD and earn what? The CD is like what, 3%? You gonna earn $100 off of it? $100? What you gonna do with $100 in America? What you gonna pay for gas for a week? Y'all need people like me, cause y'all the stuff y'all be saying, I'll be like, what are you talking about? Do you hear yourself right now? You've been talking to too many people that's conservative, that don't want to make anything. They're just used to just not making nothing. And trying to keep you out of making something. Live a little. Jeez Louise. Honestly, what you gonna do with $3,500 in America? You might be able to buy a nice little diamond ring for somebody. Nice little, these days, that's a down payment. Shoot. Ain't nobody admitting that they ring $3,500 these days. Ain't nobody on Facebook like, look at this ring he bought me. It's $3,500. Y'all better understand where we at right now and understand the value of money. I grew up knowing the value of money. I get it. Everybody ain't got it. I get it. But y'all be thinking like it's a lot and it ain't. Y'all need to get a millionaire mindset and start pushing. Get off your butt, realize the economy that we actually live in, and do something about it. All right, that's my rant for, what time is it? 7:30. All right, I was supposed to only do that till 7:30. This is a millionaire room, millionaire mindset. You can't get there if you ain't got the mindset first. First of all, guys, I know it's going to sound crazy to say this. If you want a mill, you got to shoot for 10 million. You heard what I just said? If you want a million, you got to shoot for 10. You know how hard it is to tell some of you guys to push for 10? You're like, Joel, I'm good. I'm good. No, you're not. Quit lying to yourself. And I'm not saying you have to be ignorant like me and go buy something ridiculous. I straight up would be at the Ferrari auction like. I'll be at the Ferrari auction. Joe, you just made 10 million. Why are you buying a $2 million car? I don't know. Because Ferraris on average has been going up, what, 30-something%? Did y'all know that? Do y'all know the average appreciation of a Ferrari is like 30-something% a year? See, I said that, and a bunch of y'all was like, yeah, that's ignorant for him to do that. You don't have rich friends. You don't have rich friends. They buy Ferraris and they actually the joint that you see the statement and it's appreciating in value. They buy Rolexes, piss their wives off until they find out, oh, you can use that Rolex as collateral on another loan. Yeah, that's what the rich do. They'll go buy a Rolex. Y'all will call them. You'll say they're ignorant. They don't know what they're doing. That's because you don't talk to rich people. They'll take that Rolex. They'll take it to the bank, put it in a vault. The bank will give them a loan against it. Bam. Collateral. They ain't never got to go to no car dealership and be like, oh, could I get a loan? Could I get a loan? Well, 20 ain't a lot. I mean, 20 is a lot, but they playing a different game than you playing. A whole different game. I don't know if you guys were watching it. Were you guys watching the auctions out in Pebble Beach? All the cars they were selling at these ridiculous prices, and you're just sitting back like, who would pay $40 million for a car? Who would pay $40 million for an electric vehicle? You ain't got that mindset yet. That's just art to them. They just gonna put that. I told y'all what I would do. I'll buy that bad boy and put it up. I will literally put that electric vehicle on a wall like it was art and put a frame around it and everything and never pull it down and be like, look at my $40,000 piece of art right there that's appreciating at 30% a year. What? Yeah, that electric vehicle that you see on my wall is making $1 million a year. Y'all like, ooh, electric, who would buy that? And the sound and the blah, blah, blah. Cause they looking at it totally different than you looking at it. You're looking at it through the eyes of 100-aire or 1,000-aire. Now, let's get back to the S&P 500, the most liquid ETF that's out there. This is the most liquid, guys. The most liquid, the most traded, the most invested in ETF on the planet. Why is that? Because it averages 10% a year for the last 100 years. Guys, it's appreciating at a higher rate than real estate. Real estate appreciates at about 8. So yeah, if you got $3,500, $4,000, and you're like, man, I need to put it into something, I wouldn't go throw all of it in the S&P 500 on the first of the month. I would split it up into 6 pieces. And the first month I'll buy 600. The second month I'll buy 600 until it's all gone. For 6 months, I would average my way into the S&P with that 3,500, and then I would just leave it there. And then I'll wait until I get another big check. Now you got your foundation in place, and then you can add to it monthly if you want to, $100 a month, $200 a month. As much as I'm talking about it, I should pull up the calculator, but y'all need to do some stuff on your own. All right. You need to leave the live, actually pull up your laptop and go to don'tquityourdayjob.com. Yeah, Mr. Miritmo, yeah, Miritmo, yeah, man. They, in fact, they're arguing that the vehicles that used to catch the highest amount of money used to be the cars from the 60s and the 70s, and now, guys, the 90s vehicles are starting to get a run, and that's just because, you know, technically anything that's older than 25 years old is considered a classic. 25 to 30 years old, right? So 1990 cars are now 35 years old. So they're technically, throwbacks. And there was some great, man, the 80s and 90s produced think about it, the Lamborghini Countach, the Ferrari Daytona. Like, you got some really nice, crazy DeLorean. You got some crazy vehicles that came out of the 80s and 90s that are now catching some high bids. And I mean, these cars, guys, are making a killing. But outside of that, do you guys know you can also own Ferrari stock? I'm gonna pull it up. I meant to buy my kids some the day that they IPO'd. Look at this, guys. You guys are looking at Ferrari stock. Let's say you couldn't own a Ferrari. You couldn't buy it, and that's most of us, 99.99% of us, unless it was a 1985 Ferrari, most of us can't afford one. But we all can buy the stock. Do you guys know that back in 2016, 10 years ago, you could have purchased a share of Ferrari for $31 a share? $31, guys. Do you know at one point that share jumped all the way to $519 a share? Now, I know a lot of you guys don't think that's a lot of money, but think about it. If you had $30, that $30 would be worth $500. Well, today it'll be worth $417, but at one point it was worth $500. So if you were going off of today's price, which is $417, let's just do the numbers. Let's say you couldn't afford a Ferrari, but you had a hold on. You had about 100K. That 100K will be worth about $1 million. I don't know why this isn't working. Oh, here we go. That's right, guys. Your 100K, because look, you made over 1,000% return. So if you were able to buy in 2016, you held it for 10 years. You held it for 10 years. Remember how I told you the average Ferrari was going up 30% a year? Shoot, the stock was going up even faster than that. The stock from its IPO is up about 900%. We'll just say an even 1,000%. That's like adding a zero. I keep telling everybody that's like adding a zero. That means, let's say you had $30,000 and you invested it in the Ferrari stock. You're like, man, I'm going to use this Honda Accord money. I'm going to use this Honda Civic money, and I'm going to buy some Ferrari stock. 10 years later, guys, you now can probably, well, you still can't buy a Ferrari. It's hard. Shoot, for $300K, you ain't getting too much. But at least you got $300K. $30,000 would be worth $300K. You can go buy you a nice little piece of real estate now with a $30,000 investment. Even in that $30,000 investment, you didn't have to invest all of it at one time. Let's say over a 12-month period, you were getting paid. You were doing really well in some commission-based job you had. And you were like, yo, I'm just going to put away, $2,000, $2,500 into this stock every month. I'm only going to do it for 12 months. Then I ain't going to look at it for another 9 years. You'll be sitting on $250,000 or higher in one stock. That's just Ferrari. If you were using the what would Joel do method, for those that don't know what the what would Joel do method is, the what would Joel do method uses a bias. The what would Joel do method uses bias, trigger, and goal. All right, I call it the BTG system. BTG is bias, trigger, and goal. I created it. The bias is always going to be a moving average. What angle, guys, is this yellow brick road angled? This yellow line that you guys see on my page. Because I'm showing you guys how the professionals invest in the market. Professionals are using moving averages, and they're looking at the average price, just like professionals look at the moving averages of Ferrari cars. They look at the moving averages of real estate. They know when it's a bubble in real estate or when it's time to buy it by looking at averages. Averages have always been the best risk to reward areas to buy anything that comes to investing. It's just simple, basic 101 economics, guys. You don't want to buy it too high. If it's low, you want to try to load the boat, but you want to make sure that the averages are going up. I don't buy into real estate in areas where real estate hasn't been growing. Why would I go in an area where real estate's been depreciating when around the whole world real estate's been going up? This is the biggest mistake that a lot of you investors make. A lot of you investors are very, very intelligent. You're very, very smart. But where you guys go wrong is that just because something is cheap in price does not mean that it's on sale. In fact, it might be a trend going into a trend going down. If you want to be a great investor that's in real estate, that's in the stock market, that's in the restaurant business, that's in building companies in different sectors, it's best to try to buy things that are still bullish, that are just on sale. Unless you're willing to wait forever, okay? The way that you do that is through moving averages. This is a 200-week moving average. This is the creme de la creme of the investing moving averages that's out there. This is the best. The best. Yes, you can create a 250 or 300 or 400. People create their own moving averages all the time. I'm not talking about those individuals. I'm talking about, if I had to go into a room and talk to a whole bunch of mutual funds and pension fund people and stock people, and I had to communicate something very, very quickly, everyone knows the 200-week moving average. A lot of people get it confused with the 200-day moving average. Totally different. 200-day moving average is great for entries, and it's great for trading, and it can be good for investing as well. But the 200-week is strictly used for investing. Strictly. You can get some 3-month, 6-month moves on it. But it's strictly to tell you, hey, is the macro view of this asset still going up, even though there's rough times now? Is the macro view still from the bottom left of your corner of your screen to the top right? Anytime this 45-degree angle starts to go down, guys, stay away from that asset. You got like 5 to 10 years before it turns around on average. 2 to 4 years on average for it to turn around. Unless you got the stomach to wait 4 years, I'll just wait until it turns around and I will buy it at a higher price. I know you guys are like, that doesn't make sense. It does make sense. Because you know what you can do in 4 years while you're sitting there waiting and hoping that something's going to turn around because you got the best price. You could have become a millionaire 10 times over in those 4 years. But now you locked up. Doesn't mean that you can't do it. It's just not how a lot of you sophisticated people are approaching investments. Humans, for some odd reason, they want to just get rich one time in one asset. That's it, Joel. I'm putting I told you this story the other day. I had a whole bunch of friends buying that stupid Nightscope, ridiculous R2D2 stock. And they were going all in. And I was like, this got to be about the dumbest thing I done seen. And they kept doing it. I was like, why are y'all putting $50,000, $100,000 into this R2D2 BS? When at the time, guys, you could have thrown that in NVIDIA. You could not even thrown all of it. If you're going to go all in on something, go all in on a company that's reputable, that's just having a bad time right now. Now, back in 2021, I'm going to show y'all the chart. This is what my silly friends, and I ain't going to tell you who they were. And that's just how my friends are. They've been doing dumb stuff like forever. And I'm like, when y'all gonna stop doing dumb stuff? Now, back in 2021, 2022, it was, what was it? It was like 2021, 2022. Right when we were coming out of COVID, these fools was talking about putting $50,000 in some stupid R2D2 night scope. Yeah, there's gonna be security like R2D2. They just gonna be flooding the whole market. And then I was like, well, I can see if Tesla's making them, if they could have gotten bought out. I get that too. The market cap at the time was ridiculous. It's still ridiculous. And I kept saying, look, why don't you just, I see you believe in it. Put 10 grand in that company. Just throw 10 grand in something like NVIDIA so that just in case it doesn't work out, at least you're in the best company on the planet. Because in order for that ridiculous R2D2 thing to work, you're going to need the best technology company on the planet to go up to, because chances are they're probably going to be using NVIDIA chips. Nah, Joel, you don't know what you talking about. Just because your name, what would Joel do, don't mean that we got to always follow what you do. I was like, whatever, man. If you had put $100,000 into NVIDIA in 2022, when I was talking to these fools, NVIDIA at the time, before you do all of the negative splits and whatever, was $10 a share. NVIDIA right now is $225 a share. $225. It went from $10. It went from $10 to $225. And at the time, guys, NVIDIA was still the best technology company on the planet. Now, you invested in technology, but you don't want to invest in the best technology company on the planet. This is just how humans think. Humans don't always make the best decisions. They always are like, if they get sold on it, if a certain person's in it, if they drop a big enough name, it seems to make sense. A $100,000 investment will be worth $2.25 million today. $2.25 million. If they had invested $50,000, I think it'll be worth it'll be worth half that. It'll be worth they would have all been millionaires. All of them. But they didn't want to listen to their boy that was a professional in this field. Why y'all do that? Why friends don't be wanting to listen to other friends? It's like why do you have friends if you don't want to get advice from your own friends that are specialized in certain fields? I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I really don't, guys. Anytime I want to know something about a certain field and I know that one of my friends is in that field, I never ever think that just because my grades was higher than theirs or I swam faster that I know it all. If I don't understand law, I'm not gonna try to preach anybody law. Like if you a lawyer, I'm gonna respect the fact that you a lawyer. Like straight up, you went to school for it. You spent time doing it. I don't know what's up with people. They would all be sitting on a mill. But instead, I'm gonna tell you what they're doing. Instead, guys, they're dollar cost averaging into it, hoping that their investment that they made, probably took a line of credit off their house, don't want to accept the fact that they were wrong. They're trying to make a bad situation better by making it worse. And then it's like, oh, well, you can't invest in NVIDIA now. And I'm like, word? Watch this. That was 2022. You had another chance to, if you were desperately trying to maybe get your money back. That was 2022. All while that was happening, look what NVIDIA was doing. NVIDIA always gives people a chance to make a fortune on it. No one ever believes. Now think about it. Now they're the best company. They're the largest company on the planet multiple times. They pretty much had a monopoly on technology. I've never seen a company that didn't get involved in antitrust laws. Like Google has had antitrust law stuff happen with them. Meta, Apple, everybody has got hit with an antitrust lawsuit, not NVIDIA. If it did, I didn't hear about it. Maybe it happened years ago. I'm like, these fools got a freaking monopoly on data centers. They had a monopoly on, but they're smart about how they do it. They're smart about how they do it. They're smart about monopolizing everything. And I'm like, guys, you got to follow the best. You got to follow the best. You got to stop looking at these penny stocks. And you guys got to watch how these trillion-dollar companies roll. You got to watch what these trillion-dollar companies are investing in. Right? That's why we were buying. Y'all thought I was buying CoreWeave because I didn't know what the hell CoreWeave was. I didn't know what CoreWeave was. I didn't know what any of these companies was until I saw NVIDIA buying them. And then I started educating myself on it. I said, why the heck is the largest company on the planet buying CoreWeave? Now, humans think they smarter than NVIDIA. No, I'm just going to go buy something else. Not me. I stopped doing that a decade ago. I stopped buying what y'all buy. I don't buy stuff like, if I see NVIDIA buying Nightscope, I'll buy Nightscope. That ain't what they buying. They laughing at Nightscope. In fact, they'll probably build their own. All right. But you can go on your chat right now. The information that we didn't have at our fingertips, we have now. You can go on your chat right now and you can say, in the last 3 months, what has NVIDIA been investing in? How much did they invest in it? How long do they plan on, how long do they plan on staying in it? What's their average length of time that they stay in these so-called investments or trades? They're going to get their money. They know something you don't know. Think about it, guys. They know everything that's happening and they know everything that's coming out and they're investing in it. It's like legalized insider trading for them. But humans don't look at it that way. They're like, and it's so funny to me. I'm like, you realize they got all the information. They know when everything's coming out. They know when they're releasing their own products. And the government has given them the government is allowing them not only to invest in other companies, but invest in their own stock. And y'all want to go out and buy stuff that everybody else is talking about? Makes no sense to me. That's why they're not sitting on 4,000% returns or sitting on a core. Listen, I'm in CoreWeave right now. I know 2 weeks ago I was crying because I was in it. It's up 50-something% in 2 weeks. 50%. I can sell it right now. I'm good. because I'm going to tell you guys, the market takes care of the professionals. They take care of us. I don't know why they take care of us. They just do. If you're able to get something at a very good risk to reward area, and you know the top companies are buying that same company at those levels, the market takes care of us. It just does. And it always has. So you have to learn how to take the fundamentals and the technicals. What time is it? 8? All right, I got to stop talking. That's my hour. It's now time to look at stock. But if you were able to buy NVIDIA right here, these are the tariffs. The tariffs wasn't nothing but a money grab. Money grab. It took all the companies on the planet, made them all on sale. Everything was on sale. You didn't have to know where the bottom was. None of us knew where the bottom was. None of us knew where the bottom was when the tariffs were happening. But we did know. We knew one thing. We might not have known where the bottom was, but we sure do. If you were using the what would Joe do method, we sure knew when the trend changed. When the trend changed, guys, that was a wrap. This right here is this is the purest form of the what would Joe do method. And a lot of you guys don't understand price action. Stocks don't go up in a day. You guys stocks don't go down in a day and they don't go up in a day. It feels like it. It feels like they drop 80% and then go up 300% the next day. They feel like they do that. They don't operate that way. When stocks start to go up in price, guys, they go up for years. You heard what I just said? No, I didn't say months. I didn't say weeks. They go up for, did you hear what I just said? For years. The reason why your brain hasn't attached that mentality to it is because you don't look at charts. You just hear and see things. You haven't trained your brain into actually looking at thousands of stocks and been like, dang, this same pattern is the same pattern. Like, why didn't I notice? I just thought it was a overnight thing. I either missed it or I didn't. If I wasn't at the right place at the right time, I was gonna miss it. When NVIDIA broke this trend, guys, and this is the what would Joe do method. This was a clean trend to the downside. That's how you know when you see a clean trend, the market is watching it. This is clean, guys. This is as clean as you can get. Then when it broke that trend, look at how clean it went up in price. Y'all thought it was one day, guys. This mug went up for freaking what? This was 2000 and this was last year. NVIDIA didn't do nothing but go up in price for how long, guys? A year. What a small pullback just recently. And guess where it's going back to? It's all-time highs. If you don't look at a chart, you ain't gonna get the gist of this. You're like, oh, and every time you're gonna think it's luck. Oh, it's just luck because of AI. Oh, it's just a bubble. It ain't just a bubble. Are you kidding me? Look at this. Look at this chart. Does this look like a bubble? It always, see, a bubble is a straight line. NVIDIA is gonna give you a chance to get in. The problem is when it goes down, humans think when stocks go down, something's wrong with it. It's not, it's just resting. It's giving everybody who didn't get a chance to make money, it's time to get on board. It's time, guys. Now, when you're looking at a day chart, it looks bearish, right? But look at this week chart. This week chart told you everything. It says nobody is ready to call it quits on NVIDIA yet. I don't care how bullish that chart looks. Y'all know how long this has been going up? You ain't gonna believe it. It's been going up, guys, since 2012. From 2012 till now, 14 years of just money, just fortunes being made for 14 years. I didn't get hip to it till 2016. 2016 is when I got hip to it. And it still made a for. If you got in at 2017, this is 2018. It gave you a big sell-off. And then what did it do, guys? It went right back up. This is 2020. Guys, it barely budged during COVID. This is COVID. No, this was COVID. This is COVID right here. This is COVID. This is COVID, guys. Y'all gonna laugh when y'all see this. This is COVID. This right here was COVID. That's it. That little line you see on your chart was COVID. I'm gonna show you how insignificant it was. That little line way down there was COVID. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? But if you train your mind that these things aren't gonna make you fortunes, then you're not gonna make a fortune. That little line there, that little blip on the chart, it felt like everything when it was happening. That little blip, look at how much money was put into NVIDIA after that. Good Lord. This is why I got a 4,000% return. All right, I'm gonna look at you guys' stocks, all right? Cool. All right, we got all these stocks. I got to look at SoFi, IDEX, ON, Pony, NVIDIA. I got to look at a bunch of these stocks first, and then I'm going to try to get to your stock. So I'm going to turn this music up, and I'm going to try to go until 8:30. I'm going to turn up the music. I want to give a shout out to Alfred, C. Spooner, Prisma, Glam Trades, and Tilly, Jess, Safari, Arwin, I Can, Rich Mix, Jennifer Benjamin, thank you guys for the support in the room. I'm a little low on my hearts. I guess you guys don't love me. I got some hearts. But I want to give a shout out to Safari Don, C. Spooner, Alfred, and Prisma Jess. Thank you for the love. It really does help the room when you guys grab those whatever the goal is for the day. You can always see the goal up this way. Thank you for the love. But I'm gonna turn up the music, look at your stocks, and then I will see you guys tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Your homework is to train your brain. Train your brain.
I'm a movement by myself, but I'm a force when we're together. Mommy, I'm good all by myself, but baby, you make me better. 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 You make me better.
You plus me, it equal better math. Your boy a good look, but she my better half. I'm already bossing, already flossing, but why have a cake if it ain't got the sweet frosting? You're keeping me on my A game without having to say name. They may flame, but shorty, we burn it up. The sag in my swag, pep in my step. Daddy do the Gucci, mommy intercepts. Yes, it's a G thing. Whenever we swing, I'ma need Coretta Scott if I'm gonna be king.
I'm a movement by myself, but I'm a force when we're together. Mommy, I'm good all by myself, but baby, you make me better. 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 First things first, I does what I do, but everything I am, she's my improve. I'm already boss, I'm already fly, but if I'm a star, she is the sky. And when I feel like I'm on top, she give me reason to not stop. And though I'm hot, together we burn it up.
The taped up cut, the cleaned up ice. The shorty come around, I clean up nice. Dynamic duo, Batman Robin. Whoever don't like it, it's that man problem. And when I feel like I'm tired, mommy be taking me higher. I'm on fire, but shorty, we burn it up.
I'm a movement by myself, but I'm a force when we're together. Mommy, I'm good all by myself, but baby, you make me better. like a soldier, holding it down.
She treats me like a dog, watches for the hit, checks where I go, even watches who I'm with. The right when I'm wrong, so I never slip. Show me how to move, that's why I never trip. And baby girl, you so major, they should front page ya. God bless the parents who made ya. Middle finger anybody who hate the way we burn it up.
I'm a movement by myself, but I'm a force when we're together. Mommy, I'm good all by myself, but baby, you make me better. 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 You make me better.
Yeah, baby, them lames you playing with, they gon' put you down. We tryna compliment you, you know? Make it better. Top notch Tim, nice look Neo, living good Loso. They ask you how you doing now, tell them better than them.
I'm a movement by myself, but I'm a force when we're together. Mommy, I'm good all by myself, but baby, you make me better. 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 You make me better.
Girls, you know you better watch out. Some guys, some girls are only about that thing, that thing, that thing, that thing, that thing, that thing. And they put the shots in the atmosphere.
It's been 3 weeks since you were looking for your friend, the one you let hit it and never called you again. Remember when he told you he was about to Benjamins? You act like you ain't him, they give him a little trim to begin. Now you think you really gon' pretend like you wasn't down and you called him again. Plus when you give it up so easy, you ain't even fooling him. If you did it then you probably can. Talking out your neck saying you're a Christian, a Muslim, sleeping with the gin. Now that was the sin that did Jezebel in. Who you gon' tell when the repercussions spin? Showing off your ass cause you thinking it's a trend, girlfriend. Let me break it down for you again. You know I only say it cause I'm truly genuine. Don't be a hard rock when you really are a gem, baby girl. Respect is just the minimum. Nigga, you still defending them now. Lauren is
Only human.
Don't think I haven't been
Through the same predicament.
Let it sit inside your head like a million women in Philly pen. It's silly when girls sell their souls because it's sin. Look at where you be in. Hair weaves like Europeans. Fake nails done by Koreans. Come again. Yo, a win-win. Come again. A win-win. Come again. Win-win. Come again.
Guys, you know you better watch out. Some girls are only about that thing, that thing, that thing, that thing, that thing, that thing.
The second verse is dedicated to the man more concerned with his rims and his Timbs and his women. Him and his men come in the club like hooligans. Don't care who they offend, Papa Yang. Let's not pretend. The one that pack pissed out by the waist man, crissed out by the casement. Still in their mother's basement. The pretty face man claiming that they did a bid, man. Need to take care of their 3 and 4 kids. Been the face in court case when the child support late. Money taking, heartbreaking. Now you wonder why women hate men. The sneaky silent man. The punk domestic violence man. The quick to shoot the semen. Stop acting like boys and be men. How you gon' win when you ain't right within? How you gon' win when you ain't right within? How you gon' win when you ain't right within? Come again. Yo, come again. The red train, come again. And 6 train, come again.
Watch out. Look out, look out. Watch out, watch out. Look out, look out. Look out, look out. Girls, you know
like gorillas.
Yeah, and we a big club. I see her do a thing. Might wanna rap, but she'll make you sing. I was on her, she was on him. She all up on my thing, got my thing on her hip. She ATL Popeye, don't know how to act. She left for one song and came right back, grinding on beat. The rest of the night, my man started mugging, you can see it in my eyes. Little mama so cool, little mama say fly. White beater with the denim, she keep them heels on high. Man, look at Shawty roll, man, look at Shawty go. Sorry, I got it for your girlfriend. Now she running fingers through her head, trying to call her whatever. She like that. She dropping down to the floor. I'm like, Shawty, you should go, but she like that. Calling in B, I want her on me, all up in my head. Now she in my bed. Me and little Shawty in the back, talking about this, talking about that. Got her on the throne, she acting all bad. Girl chose me, don't be mad. Kelly told y'all don't bring them in the club. Way she rock that, got the boy in love. And I pray that y'all ain't serious, 'cause seriously, she's on my little mama so hood, little mama stay fly. White beater with the denim, she keep them heels on high. Man, look at Shawty roll, man, look at Shawty go. Sorry, I got it for your girlfriend. Now she running fingers through her head, trying to call her whatever. She like that. She dropping down to the floor. I'm like, Shawty, you should go, but she like that. Calling in B, I want her on me, all up in my head. Now she in my bed. American dreamer. Usually you won't see me. Hey, don't another do my heart got me up and you're willing to separate you from she on me. Now I'm on her, walking out the club. Shawty, what's up?
You have it in the worst way.
Plus I just found out that
It's a birthday.
So little mama stay fly. White beater with the denim, she keep them heels on high. Man, look at Shawty go. Man, look at Shawty go. Sorry, I got it for your
Parafab, I can't find Parafab.
trying to call her whatever. She like that. She dropping down to the floor. I'm like, Shawty, you should go, but she like calling in B, I want her on me, all up in my head. Now she in my bed. Part of me feels so bad, not that bad. Situation got you mad, I would be too, 'cause damn she bad, damn she bad, 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 damn she bad, 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 bad.
Girl, I know he ain't taking care of you. I see it in your face. And I know that's not the man that you really want, you know? So if you see the tired of him, then come see me. I'm a better man anyway.
Life and disease, I know you feel this with your man. 'Cause when there's all I see, I should be a boyfriend. I should be a boyfriend. Girl, you know he's lying. Cause you know he's lying. It might seem like I'm hating. Might seem like I'm hating. But girl, I'm just relating. Step one, walk in that door. Step two, tell him. Don't love him anymore. Now come to me. Step one, I love you more. See how love should be. But there's more steps to complete. There was a time when he tried to be the one who would give you all you deserve. Now he's not trying. I should be a boyfriend. I should be a boyfriend. He's lying. Cause you know he's lying. It might seem like I'm hating, but I'm just relating. Take step one. Walk through that door. Walk through that door. Step two. Tell him that he was before. Don't love him anymore. Now breathe. Come to me. Come to me. Step one. I love you more. You're gonna see, baby.
Strong, and I need you with me, babe. Can't see you leaving me, babe. 'Cause I don't know no other road I would go. And I hope your feelings change. Come bring your love back to me, so I can give you what you want and much more. Oh, I'm sitting home waiting for you. I've been waiting at these walls, these walls. Try my best to be good to you, but you're never around. When I'm feeling in the mood, Mama said all day long, each that I feel so strong. All day long, with myself, that I feel since you've been gone. Sitting home waiting for you. I'm sitting at these walls. It's all I do. It's all that I do. Try my best to be good to you. Oh, but you're never around. Not around when I'm feeling in the mood. Yeah. Sitting home waiting for you. I've been sitting at walls. It's all I do. All that I do. Try my best to be good to you, but you're never around. When I'm in the mood, yeah, yeah. Sitting home waiting for you. Sitting home, yeah. These walls, it's all I do. Staring at the wall. Try my best to be good, but you're never around. You're not there, not home.
All right, guys, I got to get out of here. Oh, let's look at this last one. Hold on. Last one.
Baby girl, you know my situation, and sometimes I know you get impatient, but you don't put on a show to get ovations. Take it to court and go through litigation.
Someone asked about shorting this earlier, and I said it's too early. It's too early. It's got to break a trend to the downside. It's bullish.
It might sound like I'm gassing ya, but it takes time to get from the backseat to the passenger.
Now, it was down 3% today, but it still looks bullish.
On the weekend, wifey's a little bit uptight. Wonder why I keep coming home in the middle of the night. It'll be alright. If y'all bump heads, it'll be a fight.
All right, guys, I gotta go. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I gotta go early tonight. I will see you guys tomorrow at 7.